All right, another general principle of mixing that's really important that every mix engineer thinks about all the time is low-end management, or like muddiness, avoiding any muddiness. That can be achieved through a variety of techniques. The most common one is with your low end, your bass. You want to sidechain that from the kick, right? We've already played around with that. So if I solo this and hit play, I'll see that, yeah, I have some distortion and stuff and coloration and modulation, but here's my sidechaining, making sure to stay out of the way of the kick drum. Now, another thing you can do with muddiness, and this is really common, I've already done it with my EQ here, is there will be usually around the second or third harmonic of the bass in particular, some swelling. Like every instrument in the band can make between 150 and 300 hertz. Like this area right here is known for just getting congested and clogged up. And so what I'll usually do is I'll take an EQ node and I'll find that first or second harmonic. In this case, it's like fourth harmonic, and I just found one to knock down a little bit. Let's A/B that. By pulling down that 150 hertz-ish area where that third or fourth harmonic is in this case, I'm not only making the mix less muddy and less woofy sounding, but I'm also making space for the punch of the kick drum, which is great. So almost always when I go to mix a song, you know, the synthesizer bass is just like larger than life because that's what they do. And I'll just go in and say, okay, let's boost the frequency around that area, surf around until we hear a harmonic that just is overloading the mix, and then I'll cut it a little bit, kind of medium width, maybe about 5 or 6 dB of trim. Use your ears, and then A/B it with a little power switch, and that's a great way to make sure that everything's going to just sound clear. There's plenty of bass in this track. And notice when I turn this off, it's just a little woofy. It's like woofing, right? So I wouldn't hesitate to do that on other sounds as well. Like, let's listen to our chords. If you want more high-quality music education in your life, head to slamacademy.com to set up a free account. You'll get immediate access to a free course, community pages, and free downloadable resources, plus an insider view into the Slam Academy membership and all of our live instruction course offerings. Get started at slamacademy.com. Now let's get back into it. I got a nice high pass on here, so I don't have to worry about it too much, but I can pop this up and surf it around. Pull this down a little bit, hold Option, and squeeze that a little tighter. And if I liked that fourth harmonic, that thing was tasty. That's too much, that guy's too hot. You know, so we're kind of just looking for partials or overtones to cut. That's the one I like. So we're cutting gain from things that we don't like, maybe a little boost of things that we do like, and then the last little nugget I'll mention about avoiding muddiness if you're going to do some heavy-handed EQing like this is you've got an output gain down here, and if you do a lot of cuts, your input gain is going to be way louder, and your output on this little meter is going to be really quiet. So they let you kind of drive that signal up to get it back up to the same volume as it was coming in. Most of the time you're going to boost this. Now, if you're in a situation where you did a ton of boosting, you might turn the gain down to get it like out of the reds, or, you know, give yourself that headroom back. But most of the time you're going to be doing some cuts, and then you're going to recompensate with that gain right there. Let's see if we can do that with the bass a little. Yeah, this one's loud and this one's loud, so they're both fat. You know, and all I did was cut. So if it did look a lot quieter, I would boost that, but in this case I'm definitely not going to boost that. Yeah, so that's just muddiness. You know, it generally sidechain first, you're kicking your bass, and then go ahead and look for frequencies that are causing swampiness. Big areas are 150 to 250, because again, every instrument in the band can make those frequencies, or also That second, third, or maybe even fourth harmonic on the bass, you can cut those down a little bit. That's going to help the kick punch through and just buy yourself back a ton of headroom in the mix and make sure your mix isn't muddy or swampy or woofy, right? These are all words that are used like yucky words when it comes to having too much low end that isn't fitting right. All right, let's keep going. Thanks for watching. Slam Academy is proud to provide industry-leading expert education to help you reach your musical goals. We provide an engaging and high-quality experience that is custom designed to help you get to the next level, with resources for every stage of the music production process. Head to slamacademy.com to claim your free sample course today.